What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a favorites. Now, I was asked to do a video like this a while ago. I think at the very beginning of me starting my channel. I mean, and a while ago isn't that long because I think I've only been on here for like 3 months. But somebody asked me to do a favorites and a get ready with me. I'm prepared to do the favorites. The get ready with me, it's gonna take a little while because I like to separate church and state, and yeah. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you guys some favorites, and yeah, let's just get into it. Alrighty guys, so you guys know that I am a project panner, so I do project pan, and so a lot of the products that I put on my face when I am able to do makeup are project pan items. So there aren't going to be very many like face items that I can really tell you, because like I've used the same foundation for months, I've used the same setting powder for months, stuff like that. There are some powders that I am really excited to get into a little bit more, and there are some blushes that I have kind of slowly started using a little bit more, but overall a majority of the stuff that I have been using has been project pan stuff, so I don't really want to say that it's favorites. I am going to title this current favorites just because they are my current favorites. I tend to change my mind, especially when it comes to makeup brushes, a lot, so I didn't want to say like these are my holy grails or anything like that, because to me holy grails can always be dethroned in a matter of seconds, you know what I mean? So yeah, let me just get into it. I'm gonna do my makeup items first, and then a majority of this video is gonna be brushes, so if you're not interested in that, I'm gonna leave those towards the end, but I did want to provide those since those are the things that I always reach for every day. And yeah, so let's just get into it. So there are a couple of shadows that I've been into, and actually I forgot one palette, so everything has been acquired. First thing I want to talk about is my Touch of Glam shadows. I reach into these almost automatically when I need an inner corner highlight, and the palette or the group of shadows that I'm using don't provide that for me. I really love their formula, especially their more metallic formula that I just ended up purchasing maybe last month or something like that. So I'm really loving these shadows, and I just kind of wanted to say they've been my favorite inner corner highlights thus for this past period of time. Next I want to talk about my Looksy shadows. Now I have been grabbing for these a lot to want to just really just create more looks with these shadows. I did get a lot of these. I have a lot in a cart, and long story short, I'm deciding to not purchase those right now. I will purchase them, don't you worry, but right now I'm not going to purchase them. So I really just wanted to get some more wear out of the shadows that I already have from them. I don't have very many mattes, so that does limit me when I reach for this palette, but these shimmers are amazing. I consider them metallics, to be quite honest, and they are beautiful. They're definitely one of my favorite metallic formulas in the single shadow form. Next, I wanted to talk about JD Glow. Now, JD Glow is a brand that I have wanted to try for a while now. I think it was about last year I heard about them, and I wanted to try it ever since, but a lot of the shadows that I wanted were out of stock, so I got a bunch of stuff from them. I actually did do a review, so if you're interested, I will throw that in the cards. I'll also throw in the cards my reviews for these two brands as well. I believe I reviewed both of them on my channel. But I really do love these shadows. I really love these mattes. These mattes are beautiful, especially this Tiffany blue. And the metallics and the shimmers and all that, they're all just really good. I would like to get some more shadows from them, but like I've said in other videos, I am slowing down on my purchasing, so not yet, but I will continue to make use of the shadows that I have from them. Okay, the last eyeshadows that I want to talk about are from Igneous Cosmetics. They're actually the shadows that I have on my lid right now. Hopefully you guys could get a pretty good look. I think it actually is better from afar. I might even insert a photo of my look. on the screen. But yeah, these are the shadows. I did another review on these in my indie week, and I like these. I don't know if I specified in indie week that these are powdery, but they are. I think I did, and I think I referenced how a lot of my favorite formulas are powdery and have a lot of kick up. This definitely is a formula that is powdery and has a lot of kick up. I do prefer to use these with the stickier base, so I don't set my primer when I use these shadows, but I really do like them, and the shimmers are really nice. I haven't had to foil them, which I really do appreciate. And yeah, I really do like them. They're an indie brand, but I think they're getting a lot of notice already, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm happy to have tried them, and I'm happy that I have so much room for me to purchase more. I'm not going to purchase more right now just because, like I said, I'm trying to slow down on my purchasing, but I really am going to continue to create new fun looks with the shadows that I have from them. And yeah, so the last two makeup-y items that I have are in my Freedom Pro palettes, and the one product that I wanted to talk about in this palette is this blush right here. It is from Wet n Wild's latest collection. It is a shimmery blush, and it is the blush that I have on my cheeks right now, and it is called Dare to Soar. It is a shimmery blush. It is a shimmery blush. But I love it. And I never thought I would say, oops, sorry. I never thought I would love shimmer or glitter on my face. I actually remember distinctly telling one of my close friends, that ain't what I'm about. I like the glitter on eyes, not on my face. But this has really changed my opinion on it. I did purchase the other two shadows in the collection, and I actually already have them, and I think I'll be doing a full face of Wet n Wild products, but I really have found excuses to reach into that palette to use that blush. Even if it low-key doesn't even match my eye look or whatever, I still reach for that blush. And then the other product that I wanted to talk about is in my other custom face palette, and it's actually two items now that I think about it. I really do love this blush. This was this is the NYX ombre blush. What is it called? Code Breaker. I reach for this a lot when I want a purpley-ish pink, as weird as that sounds, because it is an ombre, as you can see on the screen, from purple to pink. I really do like that blush, and I do reach for it pretty often. And then this under eye setting powder. Oh my gosh. So you guys know I have become a fan of pressed powders, especially for my under eyes and just face overall. That is why I'm actually panning the one loose powder that I'm not a huge fan of, and this is beautiful. I really love to set my under eyes. I think it does a really good job. It's not too opaque, it's not too, you know, brightening. I just kind of want to set it in the color that I already have it, and this is in medium to deep, and this is a CoverGirl powder, if I did not say, and it's the CoverGirl Outlast powder. I did actually recommend my friend to get it. I don't know if she actually got it, but yeah, those are all the makeup-y items that I have been trying to reach for / reaching for when I'm not using my Project Pan items. And next I just want to talk about my brushes and sponges. So I have two sponges that I am a fan of. Let me actually go wet the second one so you guys can actually see what it looks like expanded. Alrighty, hopefully the background didn't change too much, but I have two sponges. I have two of one of them, so I'll just show you both of them. Don't mind the dirtiness of the sponges. So this is the EcoTools sponge. This is it dry, and this is it wet. I tend to, of course, wet my sponges every time I go ahead and use them. If I don't want to actually go to my bathroom to actually drench it like I just did, I will use this Sephora little spritzer bottle that I actually won in a giveaway from Georgia Harris Yo here on YouTube. I love her, and I was ecstatic to win a giveaway. I never win giveaways, but yeah, anyways, I really like this sponge. It's nice and squishy, and it really applies my foundation beautifully. Now I will preface this sponge favorites by saying I am not a fan of the Beauty Blender. I don't like it. And I also went ahead and tried the Real Technique sponge. I don't like it either. I think it's too hard. And honestly, the Beauty Blender just has like a weird situation going on. I just don't like it. So I really do like this EcoTools ones, and this EcoTools one, and this was my favorite until I tried this one. Now this one is from Mikasa Beauty, and I have some things I want to talk to you guys about this brand, but I am going to wait just a little bit longer. But anyways, this is their beauty sponge. It's delicious. You guys don't understand how soft it is. It's even softer than my EcoTools. So if you like a really soft beauty sponge, you will like this one. I will say that it does soak up a decent amount of product, I'm not gonna lie. And especially when it came, I noticed it a lot, not with my foundation. I really love it when it applies foundation, but when it went to my concealer, it really did take away a lot of the brightening. So I didn't really see very much brightening on my under eyes. Not that I really need it, to be quite honest. I don't really need coverage or brightening. I just do it just to do it. And I'm actually trying to get rid of that concealer that I use. But yeah, this is now my #1 beauty sponge, and if not this, I will definitely use my EcoTools and not have a problem at all. So yeah, these are my beauty sponges that I like. Okay, next let's just continue on with foundation application. So I'm going to talk about 2 brushes that I like. Now when I started out with makeup, I started off getting cheaper stuff, you know, Elf, Wet n Wild, etc, etc. And one of the first brushes I think that I got, no, I know I got the Sephora buffing brush first somehow, but I know this was one of my first brushes, and this is the Elf Ultimate Blending Brush. I love this brush for foundation. Now it is small, so it does take, you know, a little bit of work to rub it in, but it's a beautiful brush. And crazy enough, I have not repurchased this brush. I really should get another one because I really do like this brush. But yeah, it's nice and firm, but not too firm. It really airbrushes the foundation onto your complexion in a nice way. I really would recommend this. I don't think it's very expensive. I will hopefully put the prices of these items on the screen for you guys so that you guys can know. But yeah, I really do like this brush, and I would recommend it if you were in the market for them. Next, this is a new brush that I tried, and dear Lord, the first time I tried it, I was like, where has this brush been? This is the Sigma Curved Kabuki F80 30. So my camera is not the best, so I don't even know why I'm doing that. It has like that weird hill type going. Oh my gosh, when I say that this is one of my favorite, this low-key might have surpassed my e.l.f. blending brush. This is a beautiful foundation applicator. It just does it really well. I love to blend. I'm a circler, so this really works well with circling the foundation onto your skin, but it applies it in such an airbrushed manner. It's just honestly insane, and you would not think that that hump really impacts how it applies, but it really does. I will say that I got another weird face one from them. I got the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki, and I don't like this one. I'm just talking about this because if you're more of a swiper downer, this will be something for you because you have to swipe the foundation on. You can't really circle. So if you're a circler like me, then I would recommend the curved Kabuki, and if not, if you're a swiper, I would recommend the 3D Kabuki. So anyways, these are my 2 favorite foundation brushes. Okay, I generally don't blend out my concealer with a brush. I do have the Sephora concealer brush. I don't really like it, so we're just gonna skip that, and we're gonna go to setting my concealer because that's the next step that I generally do. And I have 2 brushes. My favorite brush is the Sonia Kashuk Tools number 19. You guys see me using this, if I actually keep that footage in, every time I put on my under eye powder for my concealer. It's just really nice. It just goes right under, and I can apply a really thin layer and just sweep it under my under eyes. I really do like this brush. Unfortunately, I got this when the Sonia Kashuk line was getting clearanced out on Target, so I don't believe this brush is offered anymore. Sorry, but this is my favorite under eye setting powder brush, so I did want to recommend that if you can somehow get it. I have seen it on, I think it's Marc or Poshmark, so it's probably out there somewhere. And then my other brush that I have used before I tried this one was the Cream Shop brush. I honestly couldn't tell you. I think this is actually their highlighter brush. I really like this. Take off my glasses again because it's really nice, and I can just pat the powder on right there. I will say that this can, like, you can put a lot on, so I kind of like to just lightly tap, you know what I mean? Like, I don't press it in. That's just a personal thing for me. I have under eye circle, not circles, lines, fine lines, so putting too much powder on my under eyes really emphasizes that, so I avoid that like the plague. Oh, so next I have my face setting powder brush, like for my full face, and it is this bougie as I don't know what Kevyn Aucoin large blush brush. Now this, I don't know who in the Dickens puts this on, blush on with this, but not I. Not I at all. This is almost as big as my face. I have a really small face. Sir, no. Oh, I'm losing sunlight. Let's try to, hopefully you guys can see me better. I know you can see I just put a ring light on, but anyways, this large brush is really good to put the powder on, and I really press the powder into my complexion. So I really like this brush. This was supposed to be for a friend for her birthday that's coming up, but I was eyeing it. I will say the first time I used it, it was scratchy as I don't know what, but after I washed it, it's gotten a lot softer, and yeah, it's really nice. So yeah. And I have two backups in case that one's too dirty or I'm just over it. And one is this Real Techniques powder brush. This was the one that I was using before that, and it's really nice because I can buff the powder in with this brush. So just kind of depending on, once again, what you are. If you're more of a presser, then I would recommend trying to find some brush with this version. I got this from TJ Maxx, so I don't think this is actually available anymore. And if you're a buffer, I would recommend this one. Another brush that I was into using was the Cream Shop brush. I can't tell, I have absolutely no idea what this one was, but I used to use this as well as face finishing powder brush. So this is also another one. I got this one from TJ Maxx as well, along with the other Cream Shop brush. But yeah, it's another really good powder brush. Okay, so I have some backups for these, but I honestly only use these, so I'm just going to talk about these. This is another bougie brush. It's the Kevyn Aucoin loose powder brush, and I use this for bronzer. So every day I dunk this into my Abbey, and I go around the surface of my face and under my jawline. That's how I use this product. It's soft, but it's firm. It's like a weird situation going on. This, once again, I got from TJ Maxx, so I don't think it's available. And since it's not available, I guess I should tell you guys another brush that I really like to use. I also use the Morphe B47. So this was one of my first brushes that I purchased because, you know, everybody was always talking about Morphe. So this is another brush that I will reach for if that brush is just too dirty, I'm washing it, it's drying, whatever, just to buff in my bronzer around the surface of my face. So if you're into Morphe, that is that. I do not have a Morphe code, so yeah. Okay, for blush, I swear I'm never prepared. So for blush, I have two brushes. My favorite brush for blush is the Mikasa F110. It is a slanted, there you go, it's a slanted angled cheek brush. I love this. This is what I use every day, non-stop. You will never see this not in rotation unless it's drying, and when it's drying, I'm pissed. So I will be getting another one of these. I really do like this brand, and like I said, I will be talking a little bit more about them, but just wait on it. And then I have a BH Cosmetics brush that I got in a set that actually I won in a contest. So I don't know if you can get this one separate, but it is the BH Cosmetics 124 brush, and it is just like a rounded but pointed brush that you can just put the blush in the center, push it on your cheek, and then blend it out slowly. So I do like this brush, but this is my brush, the Mikasa brush. Okay, now the rest are, no, just kidding. I have two more brushes for my face, and these are blush brushes, and I just did blush brushes. These are highlighter brushes. So my favorite highlighter brush is from that same BH Cosmetics kit, and the same BH Cosmetics set, and it is the 140. It's like a, I guess, a tear shaped brush, if you will. I really like this brush. I have actually molded it where it kind of has a slant now, and that's literally how I put on my highlighter. So I really like this brush. This is the brush that I reach for if I know I want to put highlighter on. I did an obscene amount of highlighter today, but yeah, this is the brush. And then if that's dirty or whatever, I now actually have two of these, and this is the Sigma F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush. This is a beautiful brush. It really is. It's nice that you can put the highlighter on the side of the brush and apply it, and then turn the brush to the tip and then blend it out. I do tend to do that when I use this brush, and yeah, it's a nice brush, but I won't say that it surpasses my BH Cosmetics F140 brush. All right, now, so now we have only eye brushes left. I'm kind of just going to talk about all of them because all of these brushes are kind of the brushes that I reach for first when I'm doing my eye look. So yeah. Off back, I only have one brow brush, and it is the Wonder 2, I guess, angled brush. It's this. Honestly, I think I bought this because this was one of the cheaper eyebrow brushes that actually had a spoolie on Ulta. So yeah, but I mean, it's done me well, so keep it pushing. Okay, so next let's just do some more bigger brushes. I really like this brush. This is the Tapered Blending E40. I think I got this in a set that I got. It was, I think, the basic eye set. I really like this brush to set down my first transition color. It's a really nice wide fluffy brush, and it's firm but not too firm. Once you put it on the eye, it's so soft, and it really just blends that shadow out with perfection. Another brush that I like to use for my first eyeshadow as my transition is this busted Morphe M441. It is a really wide blending brush. It's just really good to be messy and just get the initial shade on your lid. I will say that I've heard good things about Morphe's other lines, but once it starts with an M, that's what I've heard is like their cheaper line. So like in actual like packaging, not just price. I know it's the cheaper price, but their other ones are apparently better. I have not tried any other Morphe brushes just because the ones that I have, yeah. So yeah, and I will say that Morphe brush does shed. So if you're not about shedding at all, I would not get that Morphe brush at all because that Morphe brush does shed. Okay, so another brush that I purchased recently but I'm really enjoying is this Royal & Land Nickel Crease Brush. It's the BMD 430, and this is from their Moda line. I really like this. This is a really nice first transition color setting brush. So I really like this brush. And this was cheap. This is from Walmart, and I think it was like maybe $5. So I really like that brush as well. Okay, and then the rest are slightly more detailed brush blending brushes. So generally I have 3 brushes that I go in next for my second crease color or my first crease color, and this is a Coastal Scents brush. It's a BRC N06, and you guys have seen this a lot on my tutorials for my eye shadow and stuff. I really like this brush. I like that not only the tip is like really nice and thin, but the actual brush is like pinched but fluffy at the same time. I really like this brush. And if I ever make another Coastal Scents order, I will repurchase or get another one of those. Another brush that I tend to reach for, even though is the Morphe M433. So this is another brush. Once again, it does shed, and once again, it does look busted as I don't know what, but you know, it's here in my collection, so I might as well use it. And I do use it to set down or to do my second crease color or whatever. So my next shade on in my crease. And then another crease brush that I know nobody talks about like at all is the Give Me Glow blending brush in, it is CB13. I really like this brush. Now this is one of my longer blending brushes, but it's really nice. It's firm, but it also is like flexible at the same time, so you really can like blend in a really nice way, but like in a certain point. I really do like this brush. I already have 2 of them. The next order that I make from Give Me Glow, I will be getting more of their brushes because I like a lot of their brushes. But yeah, I just wanted to point that one out. Okay, now these are my 2 more finest blending brushes. The first one is from MUA, and it is the crease, and it is 315. You guys definitely know that I love to use this not only to pack out the outer corner, but just to blend real finely in my crease. I really like using this brush. Next, I really like using the ColourPop E9. I actually have already purchased a second one of these. I really like to initially pack on the outer V and then blend out, but just more detail, so closer to my lid. I really like this, and I forgot another outer packer shadow brush, so give me a second. Here it is. It is the Mikasa E300. So here is the brush. It's like a stumpy brush, but it's really good to literally just pack on the outside corner. I would not recommend really blending with this brush, at least not for my eye shape. It's too big. I'll get the shadow everywhere, but I really like if like the shadow is not sticking to my outer corner, I will go in for this brush and just pack it right on there. So I really do like that brush. Okay, now I have 2 lid brushes. One is a Royal & Langnickel pointed lip. It is the BMD656, and it is a really fine pointed brush, and you can see it's like pointed at the very tip. It's a really nice brush to just get the very top of your cut crease. I really do like this brush, and yeah, it's a really good brush. The other brush that I have, I think now 3 or 4 of these, is the Freedom lip brush. I really like this brush. As you can tell, I use a lot of lip brushes throughout my whole face. I don't care. And this one's really good to set on my shimmer shadows on my lid and to cut out my crease with my concealer. So I do tend to reach for this one more than the Royal & Langnickel, but that's just because I've had this longer. So it's just slowly getting more rotations in my collection, the Royal & Langnickel. Okay, and then the last 2 brushes are kind of miscellaneous, but I really like them. So this is yet again another Mikasa E310, and this I really love. It's a really good pointed brush. Is that what they're called? I can't remember, whatever. Anyways, I really like to use this to get into my inner corner, and this is soft enough but firm enough to actually do my under eye, my lower lash line as well. So I really do like this brush for what it is. It's a beautiful brush, and I will be getting more of those. And then the other one that I have is the Sigma Short Shader E20, and I like this for swatches. I know a lot of people don't really show the brushes that they like for swatches and favorites, but this is my favorite swatch brush. So if I do want to do a brush swatch, I will reach in for this baby. So yeah, I think I have been talking enough. It's 31 minutes, so I hopefully can edit this down. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys some favorites of mine. These are actual favorites. I'm not just throwing out things just to have 31 minutes of things to say. I really genuinely do like these items, and I do reach for these continuously on and off camera. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video. It's been real, y'all. Peace.